Hi everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're joining from. Today we are doing Global Dynamics Bootcamp organized by D365 User Group Middle East under the leadership of me and supporting with me Anita Ishwaran, Naman Alwala and Umesh Pandit for this group. And we are good to go and we have the speakers joining all over the globe and we have Biluru from Germany, Deivendiran from India and rest of the team joining us from all over the globe. Let's get started. Uh, Thank you, Devendran, for accepting our invite to support us on the weekend. Yeah, over to you, Devendran. The floor is yours.
Yeah, thank you, Venkat. Hey, hi, good morning to everyone. Good evening, good afternoon, everyone. So, my name is Deivendiran. I'm a D365 F&O consultant. I have around 10 years of implementing F&O finance functionals. And other than that, like in the recent year, I started to implement a subscription billing module also. Yeah, I'm a qualified cost and management accountant and emerging solution architect. So, yeah, I'm really happy and very excited to be here to talk about one of my most favorite topic, subscription billing. So yeah, let me share my screen. Okay, I hope everyone can see my screen.
Yes, Devendran.
Okay, so let me get into the agenda. So this is the agenda for my today's session. So first a few minutes I would like to take about the introduction for finance modules. So a subscription billing module. So in the subscription billing module, we have three sub-modules called recurring contract billing, deferral schedules, and multiple element allocation. So I'm going to give a short intro about every sub-module so that you can have the high-level understanding. But today okay, so that is the one, and I'm going to explain some business scenario so that users can understand the subscription billing model with more understanding. And then I would like to explain about the basic configurations. And then I will jump into D365 and I will give you some demo in D365, like what are the list of features we need to enable and what are the basic configurations we need to do and how the subscription billing process or billing schedule creation to billing process and until the revenue recognition process. I would like to show all these process. And then once I covered that, we have a few important features in the subscription billing module. Other than the, I mean, in this recurring contract billing, we have some important features as well as in the deferral schedule also. I would like to show you so those important feature also as much as possible. And if time permits, I would like to show you some inquiries and report also. And then I will show you the a few important data entities which is used to migrate the opening balances and yeah, and other masters also. And then we can have few minutes for a Q&A session. Okay. So this is the plan for my today's session. Okay. Okay. So then first we are going to discuss about the subscription billing model. So here in this model we have almost three sub modules. So the first one is recurring contract billing. So by using this module, we can create the uh, recurring contract in more flexible manner in terms of like what are the list of items we are going to bill. Maybe the different item may have the different billing frequency. So some of them may have one-time chargeable items, or some of the items may be annual fees, or for some of them we may need to charge each and every month. So with these different billing frequencies and different items, yeah, the we can handle the complex pricing also. So sometimes we may easily fix the fixed amount, $10 per unit or $20 per unit like that. Or sometimes we can define the a complex pricing strategy by using the trade agreement journals. Like uh, like based on the different ranges, we can define different prices, or for different ranges, we can define fixed range, fixed amount also. So all these are possible in subscription billing module. And other than that, yes, some customers may ask for discounts or some price corrections in between the contract also, or maybe due to some dispute with the customers, we may need to terminate the contract. So all these can be done in the recurring contract billing module, or in the recurring contract billing sub module. So yeah, so this is the one. And yeah, as I told you before, yeah, we have the option to, like, sometimes we may bill for next 1 year or next um, few months in a starting point of the period, contract time itself. So that is why the deferral concept is coming into the picture. So whenever you are generating the billing, system will automatically create the deferral schedules. So based on the deferral schedule, every month end or every quarter end, whenever we need, we can recognize that particular revenue also. And yeah, not only for revenue. So these deferrals can be created on multiple modules like the vendor invoice journals, free text invoices, project related journals. Yeah. So wherever we are creating the deferrals, we can recognize those expenses and the revenues on the respective month end or period end. So that is also possible. And the last one is multiple element revenue allocations. Yeah, sometimes what we will do, we will bill for a multiple item or a bundled items. So in that case, we have to allocate the revenue to the respective items and uh, to the respective GL accounts. So that also we can do it through the multiple element revenue allocation module. But today I'm planning to discuss more about the recurring contract billing and deferrals. And if time permits, I will talk about the more important features in these two modules and some of the uh, other important areas also, and reports also. Okay, so the first thing is we have to enable few uh, features in D365 if not it enabled before. So the first thing is subscription. Okay, so previously we have the revenue recognition module. So the revenue, I mean, instead of revenue recognition module, we are going to use the subscription billing module. So meaning either you can use the subscription billing module or the revenue recognition module, not both at the same time. So that is one of the restrictions. So here, the first thing is we have to enable few important features, that is the subscription billing feature and the recurring contract billing and the revenue and expense deferrals and the multiple element revenue allocation, and the last one is billing schedules and deferrals with projects. So let me share my D365 screen. Okay, let me go to future management. Files. Yeah. So these are all those few important features we have to enable before using the subscription billing module. Okay, so I have already enabled in my test server. If not enabled, please enable from your side. So then only you can use the subscription billing module. Okay. Now we have enabled all these required features. I will go to the next slide. Okay, so let's talk about one business scenario. So why we need subscription billing module, or when we can vibrantly use the subscription billing module. Okay, we can discuss one business scenario so that you can understand it very easily. So let's say Densky Cloud and AI Technology is a mid-sized SaaS company. So they are having currently they're having 200 plus clients. So they are doing some automation services, let's say invoice automation or payment automation. So those kind of services they are doing. Okay. So in that they are charging for different uh, they are charging for different services. For example, first they are installing their software. So for that they are charging installation services, and every year they are charging some retainer fee that is a fixed, let's say $1,200 per annum. Like that they are charging, and then every month on month, based on the usage, they are charging for them. I mean, the usage based billing will happen on monthly basis. So that is why they are creating three items here: installation fees, that is their one-time fee, and software license monthly fee. So that is they are going to charge based on the monthly usage. And last one is software license annual fee. That is once in a year, are fixed charges. Okay. And then now their requirement is like they need some provision to import their usage on a monthly basis. So that is the one thing. And they want to, sometimes their users are asking for discounts and other things. And so based on that, they will do some discounts. Say, whenever they are asking for discounts, they will go for some negotiations, and then they will give some bill free quantities or discounts. So yeah, so these are the different scenarios they have. So since they are having all these changes in between the billing periods or in between the contract, they want to track their billing details. Okay, so for example, January month, I have given two free quantities, or I have charged this much amount. Like they want to track this. And some customers are maybe asking, yeah, okay, I cannot pay more than $1,000 per annum, or I cannot pay more than $500 per month. So they need some capping details. So these are all the different scenarios. Yeah, and sometimes since they are charging, see here, the software license annual fee is their one-time charges. So what they have to do, so let's say for example, in the November month, they may raise the invoice for this annual fee. But for this, they have to allocate this revenue for the next 1 year. For example, if they are charging $1,200 in November month, then every month they have to allocate $100 as a revenue. Okay. So these are the different scenarios we are going to discuss now. First thing is the basic configurations. Okay, I will show you one by one. So the first thing is a billing schedule group. So billing schedule group is basically a template for the billing schedule contract. Like whenever we are using this billing schedule group, or whenever we are creating a new billing schedule, we have to link this billing schedule group in the billing schedule contract. So when we are linking that, so based on this billing schedule group configuration, contract will be automatically created, like whether they are using the, okay, let me jump into D365 so that you can understand more easily. So go to subscription billing module under recurring contract billing setup. So billing schedule group. So this is the first basic configurations we are going to do. Okay. So here I have already created one default billing schedule group. So basically here I have to define what is the item type we are going to bill. Here we have three different item types. So the first one is standard. Standard means, so when we are creating the billing contract or billing contract schedule, here we have to, uh, we can define two quantities or three quantity or a fixed quantity. Okay, so based on that, system will automatically create the invoice for that fixed quantity, maybe for the year, maybe on the annual basis, or maybe on a monthly basis. So that will be automatically created. So standard means you are going to charge for a fixed quantity for every month for or every period. Then usage means so based on the consumption. Okay, for example, if the particular user is using 100 quantity on a particular month, then based on that particular usage, we are going to charge. If they are using 150, then based on that, the billing amount will differ. Okay, that is the one thing. And the third one is milestone-based billing. Let's take our implementation projects. We have different stages on an implementation project. So requirement gathering, development, UAT sessions, and then go live like that. So based on the each and every milestone, we can generate the invoice. For requirement gathering, I'm going to charge 20%. For the development, I'm going to charge another 20%. So when it comes to post go live, I will charge total 80%. Okay, so like that we can define. So anyway, so in as I said before, in today's session, I'm going to discuss more about recurring contract billing and deferral schedule basic areas. And if time permits, I will talk about some key features also. So for that, I'm going to use only first two item types, standard and usage. And if time permits, I will discuss about the milestone also. Okay. And then, so now we have defined the item type. So the next one is a pricing method. Here also we have four different pricing methods. The first one is a standard. Standard meanings in the released products, we have the option to define the sales price. So whatever sales price we defined in the released products, system will automatically take that price. We cannot define it in the billing schedule group. Okay. And then the second one is flat. Flat means system will allow you to define the price in the billing schedule contract. In that you can define like let's say 5 units or 10, I mean $5 or $10. So based on that, system will automatically calculate the billing amount, meaning fixed amount or flat amount per unit. Okay. And then the third one and fourth one is tier based or flat tier based. So these two price can be defined by using the trade agreement channels. So in the trade agreement channels, we have option to define different ranges. Let's say, for example, for 1 to 100 unit consumption, they can charge $5 per unit. And 100 to 200, they can charge $4. If it is more than 200, then they can charge $3, like that. We can define different range based on the different range we can define per unit cost. So that is what we are defining in the tier based. Anyway, I'm not going to, I don't want to show trade agreement journals because that is a different topic in the accounts receivable module, but I just explained the process so that you can understand. And then the last one is flat tier. So these also we can define in the trade agreement journals. So here in the tier module, we define unit price per range. Okay, but here we are going to define fixed amount or flat amount per range. So for example, 1 to 100, I'm going to charge $1,000. 100 to 200, I'm going to charge $200. Like that, you can define different fixed amount for different range. So based on that, system will automatically take it. Okay, so now we have defined the item type, like whether it is fixed or consumption, and then we have fixed the pricing method, whether it is a fixed amount or I mean fixed amount from the released product or it is just a fixed amount or based on the range. So that we have defined. Now the next one is billing frequency. So as I told you before, subscription billing module allows you to bill on a different billing frequency. So you can define on a monthly basis or quarterly basis or once in 6 months or once in a year you can bill it, and in sometimes we have one-time charges also, so that also you can define, and daily also we can define. So in most of my implementation experience, we we have used monthly in most of the cases, and one time also. Yeah, but you have an option. Okay. And then billing interval. So here, if you're choosing monthly, and here if you're adding billing interval as a one, then every month system will allows you to generate the invoice. If you're selecting monthly and selecting two, then alternate months or once in 2 months, you can generate the invoice. Okay, so these are the different options. Other than that, we have the uh, uh, consumption or usage option. The first one is reading and another one is consumption. So here in the consumption method, you can define the number of units consumed in that particular period. Let's say 100 units are consumed in that particular period. Like that you can define. So in the reading option, you can define the reading. Like for example, in the first month, they may consume 1000 units to 1200, meaning they have consumed 200. That 200 consumption system will automatically calculate. In the second, if for example in the second month your reading will be like 1200 to 1400. In that again the second month they have consumed 200 units. System will calculate that consumption. So basically based on the usage option, system will automatically calculate the consumption or number of units consumed in that particular period. Okay. And whenever you are using the milestone, you can define the milestone templates. Okay. So based on that, item will be automatically created in billing schedule. Okay. And then we have an option to renew automatically. So renew automatically meaning, so for example, I have created a billing schedule for next 1 year. Okay. After that, I want system to automatically renew the contract for another 1 year. If you're choosing this particular option, renew automatically, and if you add the renewal period over here, so based on this constant configuration, system will automatically renew the billing contract. Okay, I will show you in D365. So now we have created this billing schedule group. So then we have to define the recurring contract billing parameters. Yeah, like for each and every module, we have to define parameters. So likewise, here also we have to do some configuration. Like we have to define the billing schedule group, and we have other options also like align deferral to billing. Uh, and yeah, we have these options. I will let you like once we discuss about the each and every feature, I will explain about the checkbox over here, and then I will explain that particular functionality. And then other important configuration is revenue and expense deferral setup. The first one is deferral templates. So here we have to define like for how many periods we are going to recognize our revenue. Let's say we have invoiced a particular item for next 1 year. Okay, in that case, we have to recognize the revenue for the next 1 year. So that is what we are defining here. If we are charging for 6 months, then we have to recognize for next 6 months. If we're charging for 3 months, then we have to recognize for next 3 months. So based on this configuration only, uh, the deferral schedule will be created for over the next 1 year or 6 months or 3 months. Okay, this is the most important configuration. And then next one is deferral defaults. So this is also another important configuration. So here basically we are defining the deferred revenue account. So whenever we are generating the invoice for the next 1 year or next 6 month, instead of your revenue account, this deferred revenue account will be credited. Okay. This is the important configurations. Like here in this demo, I am going to show you the deferrals based on the sales order only. So that is why I'm defining the deferred revenue. Uh, I mean, I'm defining the GL accounts for the deferred revenue here. If you want to use for free text invoices, or if you want to use the deferral functionality in the vendor invoice journal. So here we are using for deferred revenue, but in the invoice journals we can use for deferred expenses. If you want to use invoice journals and other project expense journals, and other than that, you have to come here and you have to define the respective deferred expenses and the deferred revenue account. So this is most important step. Otherwise, you are when you are generating invoice or when you're generating the deferral schedule for the future period, system will throw an error. Okay. And then the last one is we have to define the revenue and expense deferral parameters also. So here we have to define the revenue recognition channel. Okay, I will explain. What? Okay, so now I'm going to show you the full process, the end-to-end process from the billing schedule creation into revenue recognition. Okay. To create the billing schedule, new billing contract schedule, go to subscription billing module, recurring contract billing, and billing schedule, all billing schedule. So now I'm going to create one subscription billing schedule based on this particular scenario. So in this scenario, they have one-time fee and one annual fee and one monthly fee. So here the one, okay, I'll come to here, click new button and then select the customer account. So Geo Network is my customer. Okay. And billing schedule start date is 1st of November. And I'm going to bill for next 12 months. Okay. So here you can enter the number of periods. So that is a one option, or you can straight away select the uh, billing end date. Let's say for example, if I'm choosing this billing end date, system will automatically calculate the number of periods, or else I can choose. So these also you can do. Either you can enter the number of periods. So based on the number of periods, system will automatically create the billing and automatically calculate the billing end date, or straight away you can choose the billing end date and then click OK. Okay, here you can give the description. Okay, now so here I have chosen the billing schedule group as a default. So based on that, your billing frequency is automatically coming as a monthly and renew automatically also. These checkbox also automatically created. Okay, now I'm going to add new line item. Okay, sure. So this is my one-time fee. Okay, I think, okay, sure. Oh, sorry, here I changed it. Okay. So pricing method is flat, item type is standard, and billing frequency is monthly. Okay. So here, this is a one-time fee. Okay. Okay. So this is a one-time fee. So based on the billing schedule group, the item type is automatically picked up as a standard, and the billing schedule started and ended is automatically copied over from the header. Quantity is one. And as I told you, the pricing method also copied from billing schedule group as a flat. So here for the installation fee, I'm going to charge $1,000 as a one-time fee. Okay. So this is a one-time fee, so I'm not going to enable the deferral checkbox and other thing. And here the billing frequency is again copied over from default billing schedule group. But since this is a one-time fee, I'm going to change this billing frequency from monthly to one time. Okay. And then I'm going to add for a annual charges. So that is again once in a year I'm going to charge. It's a kind of retainer fee. Okay. So software. So software license annual fee. So here I have entered a 1,200 so that I can easily calculate the deferral for the next 1 year. Okay. Deferrals. I'm going to enable the deferral. Okay. So here we have one more configurations in the recurring contract billing parameters. We have here one options align deferral to billing. So meaning the deferral period will be automatically calculated based on your billing start date and end date. So this is one of the configurations we can do. We have two options. The one is the deferral start date and end date will be automatically calculated from the billing schedule line by enabling this checkbox, or else we can define based on the deferral template also. So but now I'm going to use these particular options, and I'm also suggesting this one only. Okay, so the last one. So here in the software license annual fee, so we have already enabled the deferrals, and 1,200 we are going to charge. Okay, and the last one. So software license monthly. Yeah, as I told you before, this is a monthly fee. They are going to charge based on the usage. So that is why I'm changing the item type here as a usage. Okay. Here you cannot enter the quantity over here because based on the usage, system will automatically calculate the quantity. Okay. And so here, for example, for each and every quantity, I'm going to charge 5 units. 5 unit price is a 5. Okay. Here, now I have created the billing schedule. So here I'm going to add the usage details. Let's say, for example, consumed quantity is 100. So your total billing amount is $500 for this particular line item. So now the next process is creation of invoice. So now we have added one-time fee and one annual fee and one monthly fee. Okay, I would like to show you one more details here. So here in the view billing details, we have only one line item for the full year. Okay, and in the software license annual fee, here also we have only. Oh, okay, so here I have to change the billing frequency from monthly to annual. Okay, because like we are going to charge this a one time. Okay, view billing details. So here we have only one line item. So as I told you before, here we have the renew automatically checkbox. This checkbox is automatic, I mean, already enabled. So once you generate the invoice for this particular line, system will automatically create the one more billing line for this particular line item. I will show you. Okay. Now I am going to generate the invoice for three line items, and these three line items having different billing frequency. One is one time, and another one is annual, and another one is monthly. Okay. Billing schedule, generate invoice. Okay. So here we have to choose the from date and to date. For example, here we don't choose any from date, and the to date is 11/15 and 2025. So meaning for whatever billing schedule lines, here we have the billing start date and end date. So if the billing start date is on or before November 15th, then system will generate the invoice for that particular line. Okay, so that is the meaning of here. So here we have choose the due date as 11/15. So whatever for whatever lines or whichever lines is having the billing start date on or before 11/15, that particular line will be considered. Okay, and then now I'm going to generate the sales order. Okay, so here we have the different posting options. The first one is create sales orders. Create sales order means system will create the sales orders, then we have to manually go to that particular sales orders. We have to review it and we can post the sales order. That is the one option. And another option is post invoice automatically. System will automatically create the sales order and post the sales invoice also. So that is the post invoice automatically option. And the second one is like in the billing schedule group, we can add the project also. So if you are adding the projects, then system will automatically when you are generating the invoice, system will create the project invoice proposal instead of sales order. So that also we can do by using the posting invoice or create invoice posting invoice proposal page. If you select the projects, then system will create the invoice proposal. If you're not select any project in the billing schedule line, then system will show you the sales order invoices. So this is the another option. And third one is create free text invoice. So if you're choosing this option, system will create the free text invoice. So again, I will tell you one more time. If you're choosing create sales order, system will create the sales order. Okay. And if you if you choose any one of the project, then system will automatically create the project invoice proposal. If you choose the second option, if you have not any project in the subscription billing schedule, then system will create the sales order invoice. Then you, in the invoice page itself, you can review and post it. And the third one is if you choose this option, then system will create the free text invoice. And the last one is uh, by using this post invoice automatically, system will automatically create the sales order and post the sales order invoice. I'm going to choose this option, and the invoice date is automatically selected as today's date. Okay, and then view billing details. These three lines are coming. So the first line is for one-time fee, and another one is for monthly usage, and third line is for annual fee. Okay, let me do one thing. Okay, for this alone, I will choose. Okay, view billing schedule, generate all. Okay, system is taking few minutes to post the invoice. Okay, so now system is automatically created the sales order and posted the sales invoice. As I told you before, the second line item is an annual fee, and we have created the invoice for next 1 year. So based on the billing started and ended, system has automatically created the deferral schedule. Okay, I will show you that also. And here I will go to view billing detail. So in the view billing detail, we can view all the invoice related details over here. For example, here we can see the billing started and ended. So this is the unit price, and this is your sales order, and this is your sales invoice details. And you have generated the invoice for $1,200. All these details can be viewed from here. And one more thing is, as I told you before, we have enabled the renew automatically a checkbox. So based on that, system has automatically created the one more billing line for the upcoming period. Okay? So that is why it is created. I will come. I will show you this one. So this is the one-time fee. See, we have created this line item as a one-time fee, and in the billing schedule line also we have mentioned as a one-time billing frequency. So that is why here the system is not creating any further billing line. Okay. So here we can see the sales order and invoice details. I'll come into the third one based on the usage. So here we can see all billing related details over here. So billing period is there, and how much they have consumed for that particular period, and for how much we have generated the invoice, what is our invoice amount, and invoice details are also over here. Okay. Now I will go to the second line item. I will show you the next process. That is deferral billing schedule. I will show you the deferral billing schedule, and I will show you the revenue recognition process also. Okay, view billing details. So here we can see deferrals. So this is one of the deferral schedule created for this particular line item. I'll open this deferral schedule. So our deferral billing schedule number is 13. Here, see, based on our billing started and ended, system has automatically created the deferral schedule lines over here. So system has created for 12 lines for next 12 months. For each and every month, we are going to recognize $100. Okay, our billing schedule number is 13. I will copy this one. So now we are going to recognize the revenue. Let's say at the month end, every month end we have to recognize the revenue. So I'm going to do that. So I'm for each and every month, whenever you want to recognize the revenue, you can come into here. You can select this particular line and you can click the recognize button. Okay. Select the cutoff date as November 30. The transaction date may be November 30 and view preview. So we are going to recognize for November month alone for $100 process. So uh, till now, I have used only the manual process, but we have the batch process to uh, create the billing schedule. And I mean, not create the billing schedule, we have the batch process to generate the invoice for the billing schedules. And to recognize the revenue also. So here system has based on the uh, revenue recognition process and based on the other configuration, system has automatically created one journal batch number. Okay, lines. So here your deferred revenue account will be debited and your revenue account will be credited. So that is the journal entry. I will show you the respective journal entries also. See, when you are posting the sales invoice, generally your AR control account will be debited for $1,200 and your deferred revenue account will be credited for $1,200. Okay, and at the every month end, you are generating this revenue recognition process. That time, your deferred revenue account will be debited for $100 and your revenue account will be credited for $100. So every month end, the respective the revenue for that particular period will be automatically, I mean, based on the revenue recognition process, the revenue will be transferred from deferred revenue account into your revenue account. So this is the journal entry for the sales invoice and your revenue recognition process entry. Okay, now I have completed the one full flow from the billing schedule creation into revenue recognition. Okay, now I will come into the next section. So I'm going to discuss about the key features in the recurring contract billing. So the first one is prorate partial periods. Okay, we can discuss these two, prorate partial periods and align to month. So we have checkboxes in the recurring contract billing parameters form. So based on like if you're enabling that checkboxes, here in the billing schedule, system will automatically enable this checkbox. Okay. I'll do one thing. I will create the new billing schedule. Okay. Let's say instead of 1st November, the billing is started on 16th of November. Okay. I'm going to add a new line. Software license. Okay. So for the software license in this scenario, we are going to charge monthly, let's say $300. Okay. Flat amount. Okay. We are going to charge $300. And here we have enabled the prorate partial periods and align to month also. I will tell you what will happen. I'll go to the view billing detail. So if you're enabling align to month checkboxes, what will happen now? Your first billing period will be aligned to your last date of your first billing period. So here the billing started is 16th of November to 30th of I mean, we have created the full period, but here the system is the first period is automatically calculated to 30th of November. Okay. If you are disabling this align to month, yes. So then system will automatically calculate 1 month. So meaning partial period in November month and partial period in January month. Okay. So that is the one. And the second one is prorate partial periods. Meaning, see, for one full month, we are going to charge $300. But in the first month, they have consumed our services for only 16 days. So we have to charge for only that particular 16 days. So that is, sorry, 15 days. Okay, so 13, uh, 16th of November to 30th of November, they have used the services for 15 days. So that is why system has calculated for, I mean, for only for that 15 days. If you are disabling that prorate partial period checkboxes, then even for this 15 days, system will automatically calculate the full amount. Okay, so this is how. So here the first is partial. Okay, so let's say like we are going to charge $3,000. So in the $3,000 for the first period, if you like in the first scenario, we have enabled the align to month as S and prorate partial period also S. Since we enable the align to month as S, your first period will be your last date of the month. So that is why here the first period is 15th of June to 30th of June, and your upcoming period will be again one full month. And here, and one more thing is like prorate partial is also selected as S. So that is why it is calculated for only for 16 days. And in the last period, they have used the services for 1st December to 14th of December only for 14 days. That is why it is calculated, I mean, for only for 14 days. And here in the next scenario, your align to month is selected as S, but your prorate partial is selected as no. So here also your first period is, since you selected as a align to month as S, your past period is 15th of June to 30th of June, but this prorate partial period is no. So that is why it is charging full amount. So you have to be more careful while selecting these two checkboxes. Okay. So the next one is advanced pricing options. I will come into here. So in when we are discussing about the few scenarios, I told like sometimes the clients may the user customers may ask for some discounts or some capping amount, like I can you can bill only for 100 quantity or 1,000 quantity, like that. So that is when those type of scenarios are coming, we can use these advanced pricing options. So here I will change the item type from standard to usage so that you can easily understand. And here I'm going to unit price also, I'm going to change from 300 to 5. Okay, come to here. Advanced pricing options. Let's say they ask for example, like whatever they are going to charge for the first 5 quantity is free for them. So in that case, we can define over here 5 quantity, click OK. Now, if you come into here, view billing details, for example, in the consumed quantity, I'm giving 100. Okay, so here for the first period, it will be your 16th of November to 30th of November. In that particular month, they have consumed 100 quantity, but since they are asking for some discounts, we are telling, okay, we are giving 5 quantity as a free quantity. Then for the remaining 95 quantity, we are going to charge. Okay. So that is why here the system is calculated as 5 into 95, that is your 475. And this free quantity will be updated based on this filling, here we can define the billing frequency. So reset the number of periods. So every month I'm going to give the 5 quantity, or every 2 months I'm going to give five free quantities. Like that you can define over here. So based on that, system will automatically calculate. For example, here I have defined a reset number of period as a 2 and free quantity as 5. Let's come to here again one more time. So here in the view billing details, for example, for the first period, they have consumed 100 units, and in the next billing period I mentioned, they have consumed 500 quantity. And in the third period, let's say 600 quantity. See, in the reset number of periods, we have defined as 2. So that is why on the alternate months, it is added, it is giving free quantity as 5. Okay. Now I will come into the next scenario, maximum billing amount. I will remove this one. So here I am telling whatever their billing amount. Okay, so maximum whatever they based on the consumption. So we are going to charge based on the consumption only, but not more than $1,000. Okay, so here I have defined that. So here in the view billing details again, see in the first month they have consumed only 100 quantity. So for that 100 quantity, we are going to charge uh, $500 because unit price is 5. And for the next period, they have charged 500 quantity. If you are multiplying this 500 into actual unit price 5, then your billing amount will be 2,500. But here the maximum capping amount or maximum billing amount is $1,000 only. So that is why system is automatically consider that maximum billing amount, and here the unit price is calculated in reverse. So 1,000 divided by 500 quantity is 200. 2 is your unit price. Let's say if I'm adding this as a 300 quantity. See in that case also your here I have to change the unit price. See here the maximum billing amount is $1,000, but if you're multiplying this 300 units with actual billing price 5, then it will cross 1,000, meaning maximum billing amount is crossing. So that is why system automatically added mark this billing amount as 1,000 and unit price is calculated as a 3.33. Okay. So then auto renewal we have already discussed. Auto renewal is this one, renew automatically checkbox. Now the next one is termination or remove termination. So in D3 here in the subscription billing schedule, we have two options. We can terminate a full contract or we can terminate even for a particular line also. So if you want to terminate the full contract, come here in the action pane, select the terminate checkbox and select the termination date. Let's say, okay, here, and then you can terminate with refund or without refund. So here with refund means you can give some credit memo. Let's say here you have charged $1,200 for next 1 year. But at the first month end, they're telling due to some reasons I don't want to use your services. Okay, you're telling, okay, now you have already consumed our services for 1 month. So for the 1 month, I'm going to charge in the total is 1,200 for 1 year. So for 1 month, I'm going to charge only $100. So in that case, you can use this option, terminate with refund. So this is one option, or you can say, no, you have already adapted our option, contract, so we cannot terminate. We are ready to terminate, but we cannot refund. So in that case, you can use the terminate options. Okay, so whenever you want to use the terminate refund, you have a different other options also, like termination type. So in the termination type, the first one is adjust schedule. So like this will adjust your billing schedule, billing detail line. And the next one is bill remaining. Okay, anyway, I'm going to terminate your contract, but not immediately, but after 15 days or after 1 month. So in that case, you can choose this billing remaining. Okay, and if you're choosing no adjustment means you're not going to make any changes on your billing schedule and you are not going to give any credit also. In that case, you can use the no credit option and the terminate. Okay, and then you can use the region code and then you can terminate. Okay, I'm not going to give any refund, so I'm using terminate. So now your billing status is changed from active to terminate. Okay, and then after sometimes they are telling like, okay, anyway you are not going to refund anything. I I want to use the services for next 1 year. So in that case, you can remove the termination also by clicking this one. Okay, so now you have terminated the contract, and after some discussion, you can remove the termination also. And if you want to, uh, okay, so here also you can terminate and remove termination. So both options are there. And okay, we have already discussed about the place hold and escalation and discounts. Okay, sometimes they are telling, okay, we have already entered the annual contract and you are going to charge for every year. But you are telling every year I am going to increase the contract price for 1% or 2% or based on some consumer price index also. So in that case, you can use the escalation and discount options at the line level as well as at the header level also. Okay, so here, if you apply the escalation and discount percentage here, then it will apply for whole contract. Or here in the line level also, you have the escalation and discount. This will apply for a particular line. For example, I'm going to increase the price every year. Okay, so in that case, you can choose here started as from the next year onwards. Okay, every year annually you can increase 1%. So that is the one option, or you can increase the amount also. So both options are there. Okay. In the same way, if you want to give some discount annually or monthly, whatever it is, so then you can check this checkbox. So if you enable this checkbox, then 1% will be reduced. If you not enable this checkbox, then 1% will be increased based on this billing frequency. Let's take, okay, for example, for December, from December monthly, I have chosen 1%. Okay, click OK. Now come to here. Okay, I will remove this one. See, we have defined, okay, let me do one thing. So here, January month, we are going to charge $5, but from the February month, we have added the escalation class. So meaning every month, we are going to increase 1%. So that is why it is added here. So now I have explained almost every process. Now I will explain some batch process available here. So here I'll come to here, recurring contract billing. Here in the periodic task, revenue. Okay, so first one is recurring contract billing, periodic task, generate invoice. So first you have created the one or more billing schedules. Then if you want to generate the sales order or generate the invoice, you can use this batch up. So by using this, you can create the sales order or you can post the invoices for multiple billing schedules. This is one option. Second option is generate invoice batch processing. So once you generated these invoice batch processing based on your billing frequency for let's say if you set up as a monthly or quarterly, then based on that billing frequency, this batch job will be automatically run and your sales orders and sales invoices will be automatically created and posted. Okay, this is one of the next another batch job. And other than that, we have the mass on hold process. I told you, know, like on the billing schedule header and line level, you can hold the particular contract. But if you want to hold multiple uh, billing schedules, then you can use this particular option. Then mass termination process. So by using this option, this process, you can terminate multiple billing schedules at the same time. Okay, and then okay, this is the another important process, mass staffing process. So sometimes you may run the process for next 1 year or 2 years, and one point of time you are thinking, anyway, I'm going to use the report. I want to see the report for last 1 year only. I don't want to see for more than 1 year. So in that case, you can use this mass stuffing process. So in this case, your billing schedule will be available, but it won't be visible in any of the reports. Okay, and then I will show you another batch process. Here we have the for the deferral schedules. So this is one of the important process, revenue recognition process. Because see, for example, if you have 100 deferral schedules, you cannot go and run one by one. So in that case, you can use this revenue recognition processing every month in, or you can schedule this batch up to run the revenue recognition process so that it will automatically calculate on the month end or based on your uh, frequency, it will run. Okay. And then we have some reports like we have billing schedule lines to view the billing schedule line details. Billing detail lines means like to view the your billing details, like what is the invoice number, what is the usage details that you can see it from here. And this is also most important report, upcoming contract renewal. So like in the billing schedule, we have defined the renewal dates. So based on that renewal checkboxes, system will show you, okay, so these are the list of contracts is going to renew in the next month or after 3 months like that. Okay, I think I have covered most of the part. Okay, so oh, last one, copy billing schedules. Here in the billing schedule, in the top, you have the option to copy the schedule. So even for a same customer or a different customer, if you are using the same contracts, then you can copy from one contract to another contract by using this particular option. Okay, I think I have covered most of things. Okay, key features in deferral schedules. Okay, here in the deferral schedules, all deferral schedules, sometimes you may need to change the deferral account. Okay, so in that case, you can use this modified account details. For example, here your deferral account is sorry, if you want to change the your revenue recognition account, you can change it from here. For example, by using this option, modify account. So deferral account, by using this one, you can change your deferral account and your recognition account. So both you can change it from here. So system will create the uh, for this entry. This entry you have already created. So for this entry, system will automatically create the reversal and post the actual entry for the based on your new account. So that will automatically happen. And the next one is modify schedule. So by using this, for example, you have created the schedule for next 1 year, but later point of time you are thinking, no, no, this default schedule is not for next 1 year, but for next 10 months. So in that case, by using this option, you can change this one. You can change the default details and then click OK. So based on that, system will automatically change your default schedule lines also. Okay, these are all the most important one. And here, if you want to cancel, you can use cancel options also, like unrecognized amounts. You can cancel it by using this option. And then when it comes to the data migrations, so to migrate your subscription billing schedule header, you can use the subscription billing schedule header templates, data entity. For lines, you can use the subscription billing lines. And for every month on month, you can upload the usage details or consumption details by using this subscription billing usage data entity. And the last one is, this is the most important. So as I told you before, every month end, whenever you are generating the invoice, system will automatically create your subscription billing, deferral schedule. But for the opening deferral schedule, to continue your revenue recognition process, you have to migrate from your legacy system into D365. So that is where your subscription billing deferral table template will be used. So by using that, you can simply migrate only the remaining amount in that particular deferral schedule. So based on that, system will automatically create the deferral template lines, deferral schedule lines, and month on month from here itself, you can run the revenue recognition process. Yeah. Okay, I think I have covered most of the areas. Sorry, I think I have taken almost 1 hour.
That's fine, Devendran. So I
Yeah.
think one question from Rashid that he's seeing only one feature in 45 version.
Okay, so I think I'm not sure about it. Maybe in the 45 versions, so remaining will be automatically enabled by enabling these features.
Okay.
Till now, yeah, till now I've used only 44 only. Yeah, let me check this one.
Uh-huh.
Thank you,
Any
Anil.
other
Thanks for your
questions?
question.
And if you still have more questions, you can reach out directly Devendran Pichai on LinkedIn. He's available on our social media platform. You can directly reach to him and ask the questions. Thank you so much, Devendran. That was a very crisp and clear presentation on subscription billing. It was very understandable, and for every layman can understand, whoever haven't used subscription billing, this is a very good feature from Microsoft Dynamics. Please start using in your applications and in your projects. Thank you, Devendran. Thanks for
Thank
your
you,
time.
Venkat. Thank you. Thank you, Anita.
And please stay together for the next session. So the next session is from Biluru.
Hello, everyone. Wow, that was a really good session. So let me check if I can outbeat it. So no, I don't think so, but it was very good explained. And honestly speaking, I think that was the best session that I've seen on this topic. So yeah,
Yes.
because it give us the every detail, honestly speaking. So um I have some clue about the subscription billing. Honestly speaking, I didn't use it. I have never had that chance to use it. But I think in the next implementations, this video will help a lot. So yeah, thank you so much. Now it's my time, everyone. So let me introduce myself to the people who
Uh,
do not
sorry,
know
sorry,
me.
Biluru. Just a second. Let me
All right.
restart the recording. It's still stopped.